He's got bright rosy cheeks and a fluffy white beard with marshmallow walls and a big red chair. Santa's coming to town.
Hi. Hello, everyone. And welcome back to Santa Has a Podcast. And guess what? Santa is in full dress today. Yes, this is my traditional outfit of red that you always get to see. And today we're going to talk about, of course, stories, and we're going to laugh a little, and we'll have lots of holiday spirit straight from the North Pole. Are you ready? I'm ready too. Okay, let's go. Before we get into story time, because that's what I'm going to do today, I'm going to do a little story time. Before we get into story time, we've got to go back to last week because at the end of the show last week, I gave you another one of my riddles. Do you remember the riddle? Okay, I'm going to read you the riddle right now and see if you know the answer, and then I'm going to give you the answer too, okay? Here's the riddle. I share stories and jokes each week with magic and cheer that's fun to seek. You press play to listen, not always to see. What am I? Can you guess me? How many of you got the answer? This was a little tricky. Whoa, some of you did get the answer. You're right, it was Santa Has a Podcast. It's this show that you're watching right now. That was a little riddle about all the things that we've been doing for the last few weeks, and I hope you've enjoyed it and will enjoy more of these as we continue on. Well, I want to move on because now it's time to, keep busy. It's rolling like wrapping paper rolls and stuff like that here at the North Pole, and we've got lots of stories. Santa writes stories, and I hear stories. By the way, through the centuries, lots of people have written lots of wonderful stories that I'm sure you like all of these stories. The Night Before Christmas and Polar Express and The Bird in Santa's Beard and all kinds of fun stories like that. Well, we're going to have a story for you today, too. Now, this story today is about one of our youngest reindeer. His name was Blizzard. And Blizzard, let me tell you, he was full of zoom, but not much to steer or move around, okay? He was still learning, and sometimes his antlers got in the way, got tangled in the twinkle lights and bird's nest and other things like that. And sometimes he even ran into a couple snowmen. So he needed a lot of training, and that's what we had to worry about. But one chilly morning in December, Blizzard was strolling around and trotting around the toy workshop when he overheard something very, very important. Elves, I announced, this year I'm trusting you all to organize the gift delivery map for the sleigh. The elves cheered. But Blizzard, he gasped. Did you hear that? Santa said it's the most important job. I've got to help, he said. So what did Blizzard do to help Santa? Well, without telling anyone, he zoomed into the wrapping room, and he zipped through the list room, and he mixed up every label on every one of the gifts. He wanted to organize everything all by himself. Remember we talked about teamwork the other day? He was doing it without teamwork, and he did it all by himself. The only problem? He didn't know how to read. He couldn't read the names on the packages, so he got everything mixed up. Uh-oh. Yes, uh-oh. Later that night, Jingle the Elf noticed that something was a little bit strange. Why does that box of skateboards say Aunt Marge, age 97? A 97-year-old grandma's not going to ride a skateboard. And who wrapped a dog bone for a baby? Oh, no, Jingle the Elf said. There's been a terrible mix-up here in the wrapping room. Panic bounced through the entire toy workshop. Everyone was, it's like a bouncing ball, bouncing all over the place. Nobody knew how to stop it. Elves ran in every direction. Now, when I arrived, I was checking on everything, and I followed a trail of glitter. And in the glitter, I could see hoof prints. And I followed them right into Blizzard. Blizzard, I said, do you know anything about what's going on here? Blizzard's ears drooped. He looked so sad. Blizzard said, well, Santa, I was just trying to help. I wanted to be important too. Well, I gave him a big Santa hug, and I said, oh, Blizzard, you are important. Everybody is important, But helping means working with the team, not doing it by yourself. and doing it on your own. Blizzard sniffed a little. He was a little sad. He says, I guess I really tangled things up, didn't I, Santa? Yes, I chuckled. I said, but lucky for you, the team here at the North Pole knows how to untangle everything. Why, they can even untangle tinsel. They are so good. The elves all gave each other high fives and got to work. Blizzard stayed up all night rechecking every single label, and he actually learned how to read a few of the labels and a few of the words along the way. And guess what? When Christmas Eve arrived, everything was ready. The sleigh was perfectly packed, and Blizzard even got to ride up in front with me for a little while and be as our backup booster blaster. That's a kind of little special name we made for him. It's a very wiggly position next to Rudolph, That night, as we flew over the rooftops and we went over the snow-covered trees and everything, Blizzard whispered, Santa? And I said, yes, Blizzard. Helping together is way more fun than doing it by yourself. Yes, Blizzard, that's right. The magic of teamwork, Blizzard. It shines so brightly and so special. In fact, sometimes it's even brighter than Rudolph's nose. Did you like that story? That's one of the new stories that we have, all about things at the North Pole. And I love stories like that. It's fun, it's enjoyable, and it's all about the hard work that goes on, particularly the teamwork here at the North Pole. So you did like it, right? By the way, stories like this help boost the morale of all the elves and all the workers and everything. So anyway, we boosted the morale. We had a great time, but now we need to do that little bit of quieting down. Can you quiet down a little bit? Because I want to hear the spirit meter. So I'll be quiet too. I can hear it. It's getting louder. Wow, it's sounding so great out there. The spirit meter is sounding stronger than last week. You guys are doing a fantastic job with your good deeds and helping and being full of energy and spirit and saying thank you and please and all the other good deeds that you can do. That makes our spirit meter just keep going higher and higher and higher every single week. Okay? Remember, jolly good deeds are very, very important. Do you remember your jolly good deed from last week? Yes, we had one. We wanted you to be a team helper. Okay? You helped out doing things like that. So I hope some of you did that because that helped our meter go up and go up higher and go up higher. It just keeps going up. Every time you do something good, every time you help somebody else out and be part of a team, it makes things much, much better. Okay? Now, each week I have a good deed for you. So this week we need to talk about a new good deed that you can do. Would you like to do that? So here's your good deed for the week. Help pick up litter. Okay, now there's a couple things to go with this. Number one, if it's litter around the house, maybe some paper got torn up and it's underneath the table, or you drop some popcorn underneath the couch or something like that. That's picking up kind of a litter in the house. But if it's outside, or maybe you're going to help pick up litter along the road, then you need to have your parents with you, and you probably need to wear gloves and be very safe about it too. But picking up litter, we want everything to be beautiful. Because when you're a litter getter, as they say, and help pick up litter, it makes things beautiful. And when things are beautiful, that's also a good deed, okay? Can you do that? Can you help pick up litter? Okay, that'll be your good deed for the week, and I can already see the meter moving a teeny bit. That means that some of you are already thinking of things that you could do to help out. Oh, I have one last thing. I'm talking about picking up litter now, but here's another good deed. Think about this for Christmas morning. When you open up your presents on Christmas morning, you want to surprise everybody? When you're done opening up your presents, pick up all the torn up paper and ribbons that you've torn off your packages and help put them in the trash. That would be a fantastic good deed. I know you already have your presents that morning, and Christmas is almost over because it's Christmas Day. But picking up the litter on Christmas Day would be a wonderful way to say hello and thank you and please and everything you can think of to your parents and everybody in the house. Okay? Okay. We're going to move on because I know the spirit meter is doing very, very well. And that's all of our story time for today. And, of course, all the things that we're doing. But before we sign off, we have to do the riddle of the week. Okay, do you like the riddles? Okay, we're going to do a new riddle today, and let's see how it works here. I help you count December days in fun and festive and sometimes sneaky ways. Open a door, then look inside. A treat or toy may be your prize. What am I? Is that a neat one? This one's really a neat one. I like this one. I'm going to repeat it again. Here we go. I help you count December days in fun and festive, sneaky ways. Open a door, then look inside. A treat or a toy may be your prize. What am I? Now think about that. Think about what it might be. And then I'm going to see you next week, and I'll give you the answer to our special riddle. Okay? Well, I'm getting ready to go right now. So keep spreading the joy and kindness. And I'll talk to you next time on Santa Has a Podcast. Ho, 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 ho!
Santa's coming to town. He's got a long old list and he's checking it twice. He's gonna tell